All right, hey everybody. Welcome to this week's talk. We're going to be chatting about the psychology of persuasion in social media. In particular, we're going to talk about why do we say yes online. And think back, when was the last time social media convinced you to buy something or follow someone, or maybe even just change your mind? That's what we're going to talk about today. What are the three pillars of driving action on social media? We're going to look at influence, trust, and persuasion. And we'll explore how those three things work together to get people to move to action. Now, let's define a couple of the core concepts before we start. I like to think of influence as the ability to change the behavior of another person. Trust is the expectation that we have that someone's reliable, competent, or benevolent. Persuasion is the structured communication that changes attitudes or behaviors. Now, trust is the foundation of influence and persuasion. Without trust, there wouldn't be persuading anyone. Trust is everything here. A brand might get attention with a viral post, but no one buys without trust. Trust comes from showing up consistently, answering customer concerns, and being transparent. Those are your trust signals: transparency, responsiveness, and consistency. Research has shown that CEOs who are active online increase brand trust. We need to remember that actions, not claims, earn trust. It's what we do, not what we say, that earns people's trust. You should think about what brands you trust. Why do you trust them? Is it because of what they say or because of what they do? Are they transparent, responsive, and consistent? Those are brands that I trust. Establishing credibility online is crucial for building trust and fostering meaningful connections. The digital credibility stack is a framework that outlines the key components necessary for achieving trust. It consists of three main elements: source credibility, platform credibility, and content credibility. Source credibility is about perceived expertise, integrity, and empathy of an individual or an organization behind some content. When users believe that the source is knowledgeable, honest, and understands their needs, they're more likely to trust the information provided. Content credibility focuses on the quality and transparency of information that's shared. It includes providing clear evidence, being transparent about your sources, ensuring that the content is easy to understand. High quality content that's well supported by evidence can significantly increase your credibility. Platform credibility refers to the trustworthiness of the platform where the content is published. It can be achieved through verification processes, adherence to community norms, maintaining a safe and respectful environment from users. When users trust a platform, they are more likely to trust the content that's shared on it. Finally, trust signals are the tangible proofs that reinforce credibility. So let's think about source credibility a little bit more. Here's two examples. Number one is sort of like a celebrity endorsement of something. Shaq, we consider him somewhat credible, but do we really believe that Shaq is, driving a Buick? Probably not, right? Kind of looks like a little tight fit for the big guy. Then we also have like doctors. We see lab coats. We tend to give people that have advanced education a little bit more credibility. Credibility is about who's delivering the message. It comes from the person or the brand that's communicating it. Authority, trustworthiness, and expertise matter most here. Then there's content credibility. That's the credibility of the message itself. Accuracy, quality, and transparency, as well as supporting evidence, are all very important here. A verified five-star Amazon review versus a low credibility fake review are some examples of content credibility or lack of content credibility. Think about time that a company may have openly admitted a mistake. We messed up, here's what we're going to do about it. It happens so infrequently, it's hard to find good examples, but these examples stand out. We trust people when they're honest with us and when they're transparent. Platform credibility is about the credibility derived from the medium or the channel hosting the message. Choosing the wrong platform for a message can reduce credibility can reduce credibility significantly. We see this a lot with social media platforms as people become less trusting of certain platforms or the content they see on those platforms. Google Display Ads also has a unique example of this because with display ads, you sometimes show up on sites that are part of the display network that you maybe didn't intend to show up on. So you need to make sure your ads don't show up on those on those sites. Here we have a couple of examples of funny Google ads showing up. Well, maybe not funny, but let's just say ironic ads showing up here. Here we have the cruise vacations ad showing up on a video of a boat sinking, which probably would explain why you're getting 75% off your cruise vacations. Probably not if you're Carnival Cruise Lines, probably not the ad you want your cruise to show up on or vacations to go, whatever it is. And then we have this Red Stripe ad, the Red Stripe, hooray beer. The Red Stripe ad showing up on an article about an 11-year-old that's charged with driving drunk. So really like trying to keep a solid control over where your messages are being shared is really important. And with programs like Google Ads or display advertising, you are able to block certain sites, but there are going to be some things you can't really block. So, yeah, just kind of some interesting examples here.